welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. It's your host, Liz, and this is aka Tyrant Jesus on the screen with us. Tyrant Dominus, aka Jesus. I'm so tired. Sorry, guys. It's been a moment.
She needs more coffee, guys. She needs more coffee.
I need more coffee. Send me some coffee.
Starbucks.
So how have you been?
Yeah.
I know we haven't been on for a week.
Yes, we took a break. Everyone who's listening, we took a break. So there was no episode last week, but we are going again. We're going to continue on. Yes, I was like yourself. I went on a trip this past weekend. I posted a few photos on Instagram, so you could probably check those out. I went to visit family and celebrate with them in Arizona. That was fun. I had a completely different experience than you did during your trip, so
Please do tell.
So yeah, if anyone wants to know what that's all about, you can listen to, I think, what episode? 136 for your whole reaction. I think it's 136 or 135. So if anyone wants to find out what that's all about, go check that one out. Because Liz
that's called "Isn't My Fault," basically. So we're gonna go with that one.
Yeah, something like that. It isn't my fault, or it is your fault, something like that. Look for that episode, and you can know how Liz's trip was. But I had an opposite thing. I'm not really gonna. So I could talk about my entire trip, but I would take up most of the episode. If everyone wants to really listen to the trip, we can make it into a bonus episode because there's a lot to talk about. What I want to talk about is the travel. Okay.
Oh.
The reason is
not do that right.
Because here's the reason. Like, the trip was fun. Having a trip with family was fun. It was good. Traveling with family, horrible. So yeah. So here we'll get into it a little bit. So we were, like I said, we were planning this trip's been in the works for a couple weeks and stuff like that. So it already started off really rocky. So we had to try to do a lot of finagling to even get ready, like rides, plane tickets, Airbnb, car rental, the whole 9 yards. That was already planning the trip was already hard. Lack of communications, all that stuff. I don't know if that's how it feels for you, but that's how it was.
No, we managed to do the cruise in 2018 to Alaska just fine. And we had a group chat that we were always in, so that everybody communicated what the plan was, when it was. I mean, so my brother and his son from Salem came up. It was my mom and I and my daughter. And I think my sister was with us at the time, or she joined us. I can't remember, but we were all basically on one ride, and we flew up to Vancouver, BC, and we figured everything else. But everything worked out amazing. So
yeah, we also had a group chat, and that was still having issues. But at the end of the day, getting the trip all clicked in, finally got it. Day of the trip, it's one of those things. For anyone listening, like, getting to the airport, there's this weird etiquette of you have to be there like an hour to 2 hours early, right? Just because you just never know. You never know what's gonna happen. So we get there a little over 2 hours early, and that's pretty good. Pretty good. The issue is
considering all of you guys on one trip.
Exactly. So for anyone listening, we had a group of 10 of us. So that's a lot to manage in a plane, in like getting cars and on the plane. Okay. And then managing the TSA and all that. Just a lot of moving.
You guys get TSA pre-checked.
I wish. Anyways, so I'm trying to get the flow. And, I'm trying to get the flow here. So we get there extremely early. Good enough. Now here's the thing. That wouldn't be too bad if we didn't have a little one with us, because he was pretty fussy. So that was already a thing. So like, okay, we'll deal with it. Continue on. Then this is where it gets really like, oh my god. So we're getting tickets, and you know the moment when you either you don't remember prior if you paid for a carry-on or paid for luggage or what is it? Oh my God, there's so many different things. Carry-on, a personal.
Well, it depends on the airline. So
yeah,
the airlines that allow you carry on for free. You have the ones that you can have a personal item and a carry-on, and then you got one airline that I know will charge every single little thing, including water.
Oh my God, I know, right? So, anyways, so we were like, it's always one of those things that I find annoying is when you're loading up luggage, because I think the minimum for most airports are like 40 pounds, and 40 for the one we went on apparently.
Really?
Yeah. So anyways, so luckily my sister has one of these weird like weight things specifically for luggage, so we pre-weighed everything here. It made it, because I find it so annoying. There's been multiple times where we've been on trips, or like we've taken someone to trips and we drop them off and stuff, and we just have to like lighten load because we just can't pay for the extra, and it's so frustrating and annoying. It annoys, and not only annoys me, it annoys my brother too. He was so frustrated during the plane trips. So luckily, we didn't have to deal with that. We'll come back to that later, though. We get all that done. Get on. We get through. Time to go through TSA, right? Should be easy. The fun part of taking your shoes off, your belt, and any metal stuff, like things like that. We were lucky that our TSA line didn't make us, because they require you to take out your laptop, any electronics from your bags and stuff, right? We were lucky, at least my line, he didn't make us do anything, because I brought my tablet and my Switch. They were in my bag. It was pretty like compressed and everything. So I didn't like, if I had to take it out, it would be a hassle, but I would have to. It would take a little bit of more. Luckily, I got through. Nothing. Got into the machine. Perfect. Easy peasy. Here's where the fun part goes. Come to the other side, because we kind of ended up being split with a different like group. My sister and my brother had to take almost every single thing of their stuff out of their packs, because they had laptops, Switch, tablets, and they didn't have the fortune of just leaving it in their bag. So there's step one. Part two is they pull my mother aside.
Shit. Oh man.
Can you guess why?
No, I don't know why.
And not a single guess? Can't think of.
Oh no! Don't think that. I don't want to think it negative. I'm gonna sound racist.
Come on, Liz. As far as the show is concerned, that's all you like. You have a lot of your rights gone already. So
I know. I'm a second-class citizen. It was because of her ID.
Because no, wasn't that. Ready? This is also somewhat of our own fault, the kids' fault. My parents don't travel a lot. We don't travel on planes that much. Usually we either travel on cars or stuff like that, so we don't plane travel. I think the last time we traveled through plane, they traveled through plane was when they went to Arizona back in summer. And that's the first trip they've had. So these two trips have been the first trips they've had in a while as far as flight. So the reason they pulled my mother aside is because she had liquids in her bag, in her personal.
Ah! She should know the rules.
No, okay, so both my parents are very airline illiterate, I would say. They just don't understand. Now, when I say my mother had liquids, she just didn't have liquids. She had the entire bathroom in her bags.
Did she not realize that the Airbnb will actually cater that stuff? I mean,
I have no idea. We like, honestly, like I said, we should have checked. I don't know why we didn't. We just kind of. So she had soap, conditioner, hand cream. Like, just think of anything that you have in the bathroom. She had in her thing.
The full tube of toothpaste too.
Toothpaste, yes. Like,
Damn.
So imagine as the TSA were just taking things out, they were laughing and having fun because they kind of like.
God, I wonder if it was one of my friends, because I have a friend who works for the TSA.
Oh. So yeah, and we were like, "Oh my god, why?" Well, there's a good thing we came. That's a good thing that we got in there early, right?
Right?
So we got that settled. Everything was good at the end of the day. But yeah, it was like, oh my god, this is how we're starting the trip. But yeah, that was like I said, that's one of the reasons I don't like traveling with my family. It's going on a trip is good. Traveling is garbage. Because now it's okay. Trip fun. I'll explain that. I'll explain the trip because there's a lot of things in the trip. There's a lot of things I got to experience a few new things. Now coming back from the trip, time to come back. It's an exhausting weekend. We were out there for 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, 5 days, 4 nights. I would say, yeah, 5 days, 4 nights. So a long weekend. Always excited. Literally when we got there Thursday afternoon. Thursday was crazy because I literally had to go watch Black Panther because I did not want to get spoiled. So anyone who wants to know my Black Panther review, it's up on Reaction Cast. If you listen to it on a podcast, if you're watching this on YouTube, just follow the Tyrant Dominus YouTube channel. It's here if you're watching this live. But yeah, watch Black Panther and crazy weekend. So it was already exhausting. Starting. Time to come home. So we try to get everything, and I don't know if it's how it is for your family, but you get stuff while you're on trips, right?
Yeah, but with little stuff, we when we do this, we make sure when we take things with us that is stuff that we're gonna get rid of at that location. Like I'll bring gifts down to my niece and nephew, so well, those little things, get rid of those. We'll have room for little trinkets and stuff in that. Not huge things.
So we had to once again finagle weight because we ended up buying not an absorbent amount, but a good amount of stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, not again. And it was frustrating because at this point, I was getting to the point where like I don't care how much it costs. If we have to pay for the distillery, I'll pay for it. But here's the thing. Apparently, you can't pay if it's overweight. Like, you have to do that prior when you buy your ticket. I'm like, what? Like,
I think you can do that again when you check in too. So sometimes you can check in, sometimes you can update it too.
That's what I thought. We were there. They said like, no, you can't do it. Like, so I'm like, so we have to at the when you're on the line, we had to move stuff around. Oh my god! Once again, so frustrating. And so then, time to go on TSA, right? We got everything. Got our.
Your mom held a bunch of liquids again.
Nope, not this time. It wasn't my mom. It was my dad.
Oh shit! Not a whole bottle of tequila, did he?
No, they were trying to, but like no. Like we told them, like if it's liquids or anything like that, you had to put it in the luggage. But here's the thing. So this time, we like I said, you buy stuff while you're in town because you're still gonna eat there if you're not gonna eat out a lot, right? So we ended up getting like foods and stuff like that, or snacks. So this time my father gets pulled aside, and I'm like, oh my god, what is it? And this one is like, we kind of felt this one was gonna happen. We knew this was gonna happen. Can you guess what happened this time? It's my father.
Not liquid. Deaf, so maybe he didn't hear them.
So it's not liquids. It's now food. Time for customs to come in.
Wait, how is Arizona involved in this shit?
Okay, so
Oregon.
So the reason
what did he have? Avocados or something?
No, so this is this is the reason, and I understand. Like, it makes so much sense why they pulled him over, because when they pulled him to the corner, what they could have saw in the carry-on or whatever, what you would have seen on the scanner or X-ray would have looked like a brick of cocaine.
Bruh.
Oh
What-
my god!
What he had was a 10-pound block of cheese.
Emotional damage.
Are you out of your mind?
Oh my god, that's amazing!
On top of that, he had like, do you know what mazapans are? Those little like round candies made of peanut crusts.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So he also had those in there. So foods. So you could see they looked like drugs, basically. And we're like, fucking shit. Well, okay. Like I said, once again, we are early there, so we can deal with this situation there. Once again, TSA this time around, TSA once again, it was nice. Carol laughing. They wanted some of the candies. But
should have given a couple just to make him happy, appease them.
but yeah, they had to do the whole 9 yards. They had to test it. They had to wipe it and everything. That's how crazy it was. Like, oh my god! Once again, frustrating to travel with the family. The rest of the trip was, the rest of the traveling was fine, normal stuff, airplane. It's been a while. Like I said, it's been a while since I flew. Once again, I don't like when my ears pop or ring. God damn, it's just so frustrating. But luckily, they were long flights for myself and our family. But one annoying thing that did happen, which was frustrating for the entire family. So the first flying there was we had like, I don't know why they did this, but when we purchased the ticket, they didn't seat us together for some reason. So we were like scattered.
Which airline?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, because one is by. I'm thinking if it's this one, they just do it however you sign in. It's however who quickly boarded on or signed on for your flight. The other ones, you would have to pick, and if you didn't pick, they automatically chose for you.
Yeah. Luckily, we flew back together. We had enough people, so we had like a good chunk of a thing. But here's the frustrating thing. So, like I said, we were scattered. So this happened to my mom. While we were trying to, everyone, you know how they do the traditional like buckle your seatbelt, all that. So, luckily my sister was able to go by because she got her seat wrong, so she had to go back to just around the area where my mom was. So apparently, she had the window seat, and she was struggling to put her seatbelt on. And the other two, like strangers, basically, who were there, were just laughing at her.
That's mean.
Yeah, that was like, fuck you guys, fuck you guys.
Mean.
Bruh.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, this is where you're supposed to help old people. But yeah, on a funnier note, my brother-in-law Omar was literally behind her, and he didn't notice this was happening. So,
Of course, Omar. Of course. Shame on you, Omar.
so yeah, that's kind of that's the general just trip. Not the trip. That's the general traveling. That's it. Like, would I travel again? I don't. No, I don't. It's just
Go
horrible.
with me. It'll be a lot easier and a lot smoother.
So I like.
Tell me when you're going on a trip. I'll plan it. I'll get it sorted out. I'll make it worth it.
God, yeah, big man. It's just like not. The trip was fun. Traveling was garbage once again. Well, yeah. Okay, that took over like a good 20 minutes. So, how's you been when before?
I've been doing okay. I took some time off when you were off a little bit too, because my mom went out of town to Arizona herself to see the John Elton concert.
Elton John.
Oh my God! Did we bump
Elton
into
John.
each other? Oh my God!
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. Dun dun dun. Anyhow, she came back Saturday. We had a relaxing week. I had been struggling with allergies this week for sure. I saw a bunch of my friends while I was on that vacation too. And then yesterday, I'm in the ED. It had been quiet on Friday. It's relatively quiet. I mean, we had a good chunk of people, but not, amazingly crazy. And then yesterday, I'm walking in. I'm getting ready, putting on my scrubs on, and ding! Code stroke. 5 minutes. TA 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, sounds good. So I get up there about 15, 20 minutes after that was called. Probably maybe quicker than that. I don't know. And see the code stroke person being assessed. Shit you not, there's this nurse running, and all I hear is code blue. A patient that was in the waiting room passed out, lost heart and everything. They had a heart attack right there.
My God.
They were in the right place at the right time, but it was scary. It was really like, wow, bam. So we were like, both my pharmacist and I were like, which way do we go? So she went up taking assessing the heart attack person more than the stroke. So it was quite a crazy day yesterday. Both of them are doing fine. They're doing well. So they're in good hands.
That's good. That's good. So, but man.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Crazy. All right, guys, we're gonna start jumping into some of the stories. I know it was a long intro, but like I said, be happy I didn't talk about my trip. We can do an entire episode of just the trip alone. Like I said, we'll turn it into a bonus episode because the listeners might have a lot of questions because it was a very interesting experience for sure. But yeah, before we go any further, thank you for listening so far. Don't forget to check out our merch at merch.tyrantdominus.com to help support us. Yeah, she's wearing our I think that's the lifestyle. It comes in like 5 colors. It's fun, simple, nothing too flashy, just simple, easy. You know what's funny? Comfortable too. You know what's funny is I had enough merch that I just took my merch to wear while I was on the trip.
I did too. I wore a bunch of my shirts. I went when I went to Disneyland and Legoland. I think I wore all my merch so everybody would figure out.
I have enough merch, just wear it, and it's comfortable to wear. And that's the stuff's not chilling. It's actually genuinely comfortable to wear. And then if you want to chat with us or kind of follow us along, you can join us on our Discord, and we post trailers and discuss other things on there.
Just for shits and giggles, have fun.
Yeah,
Talk to me. I am a great talker.
But yeah, join us on our Discord. All the links are down below. Okay, so we're gonna start with a little bit sadder note, and then we'll get to some of the crazier ones because these are some big ones. Because it's been 2 weeks since we last spoke or recorded or whatever you want to say. As far as our sphere, 2 people have passed away. We'll start with the one who started earlier, Kevin Conroy. Most people know him as the voice of Batman from the animated series, has sadly passed away at age 66. And then recently, literally at the day of this recording, this morning, sadly, Jason David Frank, everyone would know him more as Tommy Oliver, the Green Power Ranger, has passed away this morning, day of the recording. And yeah, it is disappointing. I literally found this out as I was kind of.
He just posted that when he told me. I was like, what?
I'm surprised.
That's
yeah.
So sad.
It is. He died at the age of 49. So these.
Too.
Yeah. And
he died from?
So there's a lot of speculation. I don't want to. This is one of the things when I found out it was still 1 hour into, because I was listening to another podcast who were doing a live podcast like our own, and they found out the news, but it was still one of these things where there was only one post, and that was from a friend who posted it on Facebook. So they only had that as a source. So people were like saying, "Is it real? Is it true?" It's one of those things like you don't know if it's real or not. So for like a solid 3 hours, I was kind of having my finger on the refresh button, and it looks like it is official because there's a lot of people speculating, is this a really cruel joke or something? Because people were saying that this is just a speculation that was going around that he unalived himself. And I'm like, oh my god. As far as I know, we don't know what happened, like what exactly happened. So, but Jason David Frank.
Don't forget about Aaron Carter this past week too.
I don't even know.
On that too.
Oh my god.
Carter passed away, 34 years old.
So many people passing.
Days, dude.
But yeah, it is. Yeah, it is crazy. Some of these individuals, like for me at least, the Jason David Frank hits a little harder than some of the others.
I know, because we grew up with Power Rangers. We were very familiar with the Power Rangers. I think I was always stoked to watch the Power Rangers. That's we were into Mortal Kombat 2 at the time on Sega Genesis. And so my brother and I were very much into fighting, playing with swords and hanging out.
But yeah, so rest in peace to these three individuals. It is sad to see them gone. But yeah, that's kind of our low point. So let's get into some of the crazier stuff. What specifically you want to start out with?
Do you want to do the dancing guy on the 18-wheeler?
Well, we have to do those videos you said. So we have to do this for the end. Unless you want to do videos, like all the videos together right now.
We can do all the videos together right now, or we could jump into something else. Whatever works.
Let me see. Let me find the videos because I gotta find them to pull them. So this is why it's interesting being live. What the heck? Where is the video? Is it? Oh wait.
I posted on the 15th. Okay, baby.
What the heck?
Nom 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 nom.
Is this it? Nope, that's not the video. Okay, how about you start reading it and then we'll look at you read the article while I find the video. So we don't have dead air.
Dancing man on top of 18-wheeler slams into a bridge and later dies, Texas police say. A 25-year-old man either jumped or climbed onto an 18-wheeler before starting to dance, authorities in Texas said. But when the semi-trailer traveling south on the East Tex freeway passed underneath a bridge, the dancing man slammed into the overpass and was knocked off the vehicle, according to November 14th news released for the Houston Police Department. He landed on the freeway below. First responders were called to the scene near the Tuam, I don't know how to say that, Street Bridge at about 11:35 a.m. Thursday, November 10th. A man was rushed to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead, according to the news release. Authorities said they believe the man might have been recording himself as he danced on top of the truck. A video shared on Facebook shows the man dancing on a semi-trailer before the fatal accident. Police questioned and released the driver of the 18-wheeler. He was unaware someone had gotten on top of his truck, authorities said, and an investigation is ongoing. Dumbass.
Shit. Okay.
Didn't count for that overpasses, does he?
Nope. All right, I have the video now. Good. So for anyone watching this on YouTube, you should be able to see the video. If you're listening to it, we will kind of describe it. Liz kind of described exactly what happened. But, give me 1 second. Share screen. Where are you? There we go. Okay. Yeah. So there's no sound, so just gotta watch. So yeah, there's just a guy on a truck. He's dancing, and
that's where he hit the slam. Oh, there it is.
There's a sign. Oh. What is he? Does he? He had time to see that. Okay, so
but he was being a dumbass. I thought he knew how trucks work. Apparently.
Wait, going back, let's rewind a little. Did he jump onto the truck? Does it look like he got on the truck? Oh, yeah, he just
On
jumped.
the truck, dancing.
Okay, so he's not on the truck yet until now.
He's on the truck.
No, look.
Oh, did he jump on the truck?
He jumped down onto the truck, so he doesn't see it. He's just looking this way. Wait. He had time to look back.
That's where he hits the overpassing right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. My God. Yeah. So, my God, some people. Well, but yeah, I don't understand, man. Well, what this person was thinking. But stupid people do stupid things, and I'm not gonna say he deserved that. Maybe some injuries.
No, he didn't.
Injuries, yes. Not death. We don't wish death on people. Only certain people. But stupidity should have consequences, and sadly, he paid the ultimate consequence. Like,
Yes, he did.
it's disappointing sometimes when we see these kind of people just trying to make clips and TikToks and shorts and stuff like that, and this is what they do. It's very disappointing. But yeah, the only thing I'll say is pray to his family because they lost someone because of a stupid act. So yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say about this before we jump into the next thing?
Nope. Just
right.
don't be stupid, people. Just don't be stupid.
That's why you're asking a lot from people.
I know. I'm asking a lot. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking now. This is where it's gonna get really spicy, and this is a reminder. This is a reminder, at least to myself, how bad women have it, and just we're
second-class citizens, but we have creeps.
Yes. So here we go. We're gonna listen to our boy Charlie Penguin Zero because he always somehow finds some of the craziest stuff, and I'm glad he does for us. You ready? Okay, this the title is The Creepiest Guy I've Ever Seen. I've seen this video 3 times. That's not just from him, just other people.
Be my first.
Okay, this is perfect. Tell me when to pause when you have moments to talk, so I can kind of pause it.
Okay.
Guys on the internet, the guy I'm about to show you would be the undeniable top tier triple S super smokin' style creep god. The individual you're about to see almost makes that guy that was sending pig carcasses to the coworker he loved seem sane. I know I've called one other person in a video the creepiest guy ever, but the man I'm about to show you today, I think is far more disturbed, so much so that I'm actually somewhat concerned for the safety of the people around him. I'm sure you've seen this video floating around right now because it's going viral, and for good reason. It is scary.
The Cracker Barrel, and I was going to play a song for a woman that I kind of like, and I got there, and she saw me, and she immediately pulled away, and I wasn't forcing her to listen or anything, I just wanted to play the song for her. Give her her own choice if she wanted to be with me.
Now I'll quickly bring you...
So...
Oh my god! No! Oh!
Oh god, what happened there? That was weird. Been good? Okay, that was weird. It just flashed for a moment. Okay, continuing?
You up to speed
Let's
on
continue.
what's happening right now with
he's
the
gonna explain a little bit.
So the cops are there because the guy called them, I believe. So he's a Kaioken times 10 weirdo. He called the cops because he wanted to report this girl's dad, a girl that he chased around while playing his music to try and win her love. And his music is downright horrifying. It sounds like 5 trash cans being violently slammed together while someone's getting murdered in an alleyway for the vocals. I have been so deep in this rabbit hole learning about this man. It's been like an episode of Mike Rowe's Dirty Jobs just gathering all this information.
If anyone wants to hear reasonably okay to good music, go check out my music. It's on the YouTube channel. There's a playlist. It's reasonable. If I like it, I posted it because I liked it, and it's reasonable.
He's a creep. I'm just kidding.
Damn, Liz.
Are you out of your
Emotional
mind?
damage.
Oh, give me a second. I can do that one.
Emotional damage.
That hurts a little bit. I bet you haven't listened to my music, Liz. That hurts. That hurts a little bit. Anyways.
I know you're trying to win me over.
All right. I don't know. Maybe apparently I might need to do what this guy's doing because he's going great. He's going all balls out. Here we go.
I'm gonna play you just a quick snippet from one of his tracks.
Oh no. Okay, let's skip. I don't care about the tracks.
I think it sounds straight out of a Disney film. He also
just
keeps
screamo.
saying he was giving her a choice to listen to his music and fall in love with him. Even though there's no choice here because he was stalking her and chasing her, playing this over his fucking boombox, I guess. But anyway, she was so frightened that she ended up calling her dad, and her dad got in contact with him and said some mean things to him. So the guy then called the cops on the dad, hoping to like get him arrested or file something against him.
That's understandable. If someone's coming up to you aggressively, you find someone to confide in. Hey, this person's been following me. Basically, a stalker. And for this individual, this girl, she told her father. Father said, "Fuck no!" Like he's gonna protect his daughter. Decided to call this guy up and like, "Hey, stop." Just basically plain just stop. And some words might have been exchanged. It's a very emotional moment. This guy is basically stalking his daughter. In my opinion, I think in both our opinions, right? From what it sounds like.
I agree. Honestly, that's a great guy. That's a good dad who's sticking up for his daughter. I mean, the fact that his daughter was willing to come forward and trust him with this information. I mean, and then that's who she trusts. I mean, there's only so many male people you can go to say, "Hey, I'm not feeling comfortable with this person."
All right, so let's continue and see because it gets wild.
Does she know you? Yeah, I worked with her there for like 5-6 months.
Did y'all have a relationship?
No, we were talking a little bit, but it never really got serious.
Okay.
But anyways, I pulled up there, and I was in the other parking lot, and I saw her get in her car, and I was like, oh shoot, it's my moment. So I pulled up there next to her, and she pulled away from me, and so I chased her a little bit, just because, I don't know, women are crazy. Like, I felt like she wanted me to chase her.
Do you not think chasing somebody's crazy?
Well, it's just like, I only went like a couple blocks down the street.
God, it's so sad that
Yes, women like getting chased, don't they, Liz?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Horror movie cue.
It's gonna get a lot more wilder. But what are your
no?
Well, yeah, it gets wilder. So what are your thoughts right now with this information?
He's a creep. He really is like a definition of a creep. Oh my god. No. I know with some creeps, but damn, this guy is a little obsessive.
All right, let's
When you become like stalker, like this is where like people wind up dead kind of stalker.
All right, let's continue then.
That women can't appreciate a good, nice guy like this. Women are so weird. How can they not appreciate a complete psychopath chasing them around for a few blocks while blaring music that sounds like the soundtrack to a slaughterhouse?
Just saying, don't you think chasing somebody's crazy when they obviously don't want to?
Well, I had my song playing, and I wanted to her to hear it. Maybe.
Well, apparently she didn't want to hear it, right? So what else happened? Let's get on with this.
His complete lack of remorse and disconnection from reality is startling. Oh no, it's not weird. Like, I'm not weird. Why are you trying to say that I'm the crazy one for chasing her? I had my song playing. Oh, did I forget to mention that? My song was playing, so now everything's justified. Like, I wanted her to hear it so she'd have a choice to fall in love with me, obviously.
Yes, I have a boombox playing. I'm running after you. I'm not chasing you. I'm trying to win your affection.
Stalker died. That's how women die. Literally, that's how women die. It was just people who fuck that shit up, man. Oh my god.
All right, I told you it's gonna get more. This is just the start.
Her father called me up, and he made some threats to me and to my life. Okay. And so I just want to have his name on file.
What did he say to you?
I think he said he's gonna stab me, but he's cussing at me.
He said that, or he did say that?
He says I'm gonna do something to you. I swear I do something to you.
For chasing his daughter?
Yeah, but it wasn't chasing. It was going down a couple streets. That's fun to women. Women like that. A little bit of excitement.
No, they don't.
Fucking
Yes, women love being chased, Liz. Yeah. this? Don't you hear this?
If you ever chase me, I'm gonna kick your ass.
She would too.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, no.
All right,
No.
let's continue. Let's continue then.
Unhinged logic. No, I wasn't chasing her. It was like minor stalking. You know, that's nothing. Women love to be stalked. Like, it's fun to them. It's exciting.
Yes,
God,
yes.
What an absolute lunatic. So yeah, the dad calls, apparently made threats against him because I'm assuming his daughter called him in a panic, like, holy shit, this guy's coming after me, and I'm fucking horrified. So the dad is trying his best to, like, stop anything bad from happening, so I'm sure the dad in this, like, passionate moments like, leave her the fuck alone, or I'm gonna do something about it, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich, why I oughta. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. To try and protect his daughter, keep her safe, doing what he can from a distance. Like, get the fuck away from her, you creep.
Well,
Totally understandable right there. Totally understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I would do the same thing. If it was my kid, I'd be like, no, block off, stop you. No, that ain't gonna happen.
Exactly. Like, you'll say words like that. Just, it's all emotional. People, it's hard to make coherent statements when you're that heated. So, did he say he was gonna stab him? Maybe, but that's all speculation. Okay, continuing.
Doing what he can from a distance, like, get the fuck away from her, you creep.
Yeah.
Well,
Women don't like to be chased.
what about like
If I was a
Porn.
father, I'd probably tell you the same thing.
what about like BDSM porn, where women like to have rape fantasies?
Well, apparently this girl doesn't.
Well, who knows? Most women do like having rape fantasies.
It took us
This is where his statement with the cops is going. This is his track of mind. Like,
So fucked up.
only about a
A
minute.
different story. This is consensual stuff. This is not consensual what he's doing. It's not even wanted advances. This is like, he's gonna wind up being a rapist. Want to bet?
remember, this is also he doesn't know her that well. They used to work together. They like we've worked with multiple
What, 5
people,
or 6 months? You said.
something like that. A couple months. We'll say a couple months. And even then, working together can just be working in the same thing and probably like passing hellos, things like that. Because I've worked with multiple people who have only ever said hi, good morning, good evening, goodbye. And sometimes I don't even talk with some people. But yeah, so, okay. But to get to this logic, remember, he's talking to cops. He's also, I always forget, he's recording this conversation. So he posted it. So remember, he thinks he's in the right. Remember that. Continuing on. Let's see what Charlie has to say.
For him to start mentioning rape after talking about stalking and, you know, downplaying how stalking's not a big deal. Immediately brings it to BDSM and rape fantasies. From fucking out of nowhere. Oh, you're gonna call me crazy for chasing her? Well, what about rape? You know, there's rape fantasies in porn. What about that? And then he has the gall, the chutzpah to say most women have a rape fantasy. It's blowing my mind here.
It's blowing your mind, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have one. That's for sure. I'm probably one of the very few because I have been in that situation. Just not really pleasant.
This guy's thought process. Fucking crazy. I'm also 100% sure he's never had an actual conversation with a woman. When he mentioned at the beginning they were...
What happened? Oh, wait, did it... Wait.
Oh,
wait, give me
yes. You're like...
Give it
We're moving on my end.
Give it 1 second. We're sorry, anyone. Just rewind this back a second. I might have to share my screen again. One part of being... Okay, sorry everyone. If you're listening to this or rewatching this, we had some technical difficulties. So that if you're watching this, you'll see a weird cut. If you're listening to this, you'll hear a weird cut. But we had some issues. We'll figure that out. Because usually we've only been going barely almost an hour. So we usually record for a little over an hour. So I don't know why that cut out.
I don't know either. Weird.
All right, let's go back. Let's continue with this creepy guy.
They were kind of talking. I imagine it's because they were coworkers.
Oh,
and
here we go.
She said like hi to him occasionally.
Yeah, we were just
like,
talking about this.
while they were working. We're like, hey, need to do this. And that to him was like meaningful interaction with a human female. This is like a scary individual. His brain immediately jumps to rape when confronted with his actions.
Okay. Do you think she does?
I don't know. But,
Apparently she don't.
well,
So what do you want us to do?
well, I just want you to get his name on file, just in case he does do anything
do
to
you
me.
know his name?
I know his daughter's name.
What do you know his name?
I know her name. I don't know his name. He called me from a restricted phone number.
Okay. Here's my suggestion. Leave her alone.
A great suggestion from the officer here. Superb. Just get the fuck away from her. Leave her alone. Solves all the issues here. Case closed. Didn't even need Dr. Phil on this one to get to the bottom of it. The solution was obvious.
Yeah, basic, right? This is the best advice he can get to move forward with his life. Like, that's it. Just drop it and move on, right? Like police officers are telling you to stop before anything crazy happens. Like honestly, this should be a moment where it should click in your head, right? Should click in your head. So, but let's see what happens.
Just get away from her.
Well, this was one song I made, and this was the final chance I was going to have.
Here's my chance. Here's my advice. It's over. Leave her alone.
Okay.
Fathers will hurt you over their daughters.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is she needs to have her own free will, man. You don't understand. I'm a man myself, bro, and I have needs myself.
She's choosing her free will by telling her.
Agree with myself, okay.
You stay away from her because he will hurt you probably.
She's being controlled by him.
For some reason, he's so delusional, he keeps thinking that she doesn't have her own authority to make her own choices, yet keeps saying she needs her own free will. She had her own free will by running away from you. By, like, being scared of you, running away, and then telling her dad that is her making choices to try and protect herself from you. Because you are the threat. You're the fucking danger that's knocking on her door, and she is responding with her own free will of getting the fuck away from you as fast and efficiently as possible. It's just such a scary thought process because in his mind, he's totally justified in everything that happened here, and it's all normal to him.
Like, these are the things that we talk about, like individuals that do some of the crazy things that we talk. Like, somehow, like the guy who just jumped onto a the truck. Whatever he did to get to that point to justify to jump onto the truck and do a dance that, like, just doesn't make sense. People like these, people like this is the reason we're able to talk about these stories. But but it's scary. Like this is just reality. All right, we're almost done. Sadly.
And the fact that she's not in love with him right now, not in his arms, in his bed, is because her dad is forcing her to make choices
her dad
to
says
split the two apart. It's not her making those choices because he's perfect. The guy with his music, his mixtape that sounds like 5 fucking squirrels being blown to pieces, he thinks his music's the best and he's the best man in the world, so there's no way she is choosing on her own free will to not be with him. That is a dangerous thought process.
That's fine. That's fine. That's her choice, right? Free choice, free will.
I think she should go do porn.
Okay, you need to leave.
It's legal.
You need to leave.
Well,
we're not doing anything. You need to leave.
I'm having a discussion on.
I'm having a discussion telling you to leave.
I actually appreciate.
How did it go there?
Escalated. It escalated for shizzle.
All right.
Appreciate how the officer handles this situation here. He's not giving this guy an inch. He is fighting him on every point he tries to make. Not that any of his points have any.
There's a positive for cops. We always we hate on cops a lot for the most part, but cops do their job sometimes. These are the times, yeah.
Obviously, you can see that cop is married and understands how it works, right?
Exactly. So
logical basis whatsoever or any sound reasoning, but I like that the officer's pushing back on everything, and he crosses a line when he says she should do porn. Where does that even come from? Like, everything this guy is saying is a giant red flag, and he needs legitimate help.
I was going to let her make her own choice after the song.
Well, she's made her choice.
And I just don't think she had a reasonable opportunity to make a choice, because I'm going to blow up, and I'm going to be a famous DJ, and I'm going to be
How old is she?
He still really believes.
Yes. he's gonna be a famous DJ, and she's gonna regret not being with him.
I know, right?
Like, it is ridiculous, you know. I don't get it. Don't get it. But yeah.
Crazy.
Believes that because she didn't finish listening to his song, she didn't have the right to say no. She didn't have reasonable basis for declining and rejecting him, I suppose. He believes he's gonna blow up and be a famous DJ or this and that, thus she's making a huge mistake and needs to reconsider the choice, and her dad's making her choose this. It's fucking terrifying.
Oh shit.
He's a little creepy dude.
Lindsay's dad.
Don't judge people by their looks. But anyways.
Now, just like in The Dark Knight, we have the Joker turning the camera on himself here, and we get to take a look at him. And he really still believes everything he's done is justified, and that the girl and her dad are the villains here.
And I just don't get it. I just don't get it sometimes.
You know
Don't get
what
it either.
happens when women don't ever, you know, come to terms with themselves? Bad shit happens. I don't know. Something.
He's looking at himself in the
the cop
picture in the
wants to
camera and just
deny.
like, oh yeah, I'm
And
sexy.
this right here, I think, should be taken very seriously. This is not a mentally well person. And this comes across as an actual threat against the safety of both the girl and her father here. He's already shown that he has no problem stalking women, and I really think this needs to be looked at seriously to make sure that he's not in a position to do harm to anyone around him. It's just very concerning.
Me trying to get her to be straight. Something is wrong about that. I don't see why these traditional ass motherfuckers think they can speak shit whenever it's this woke, belligerent LGBT shit that has her right now. I just don't see it. I'm older than your fucking father.
What?
That's
What?
how I feel right now.
Yeah.
What? What? That's a weird statement. Whatever. At this point, he's just saying stuff.
This rant's really going off the fucking rails. So apparently the girl isn't interested in men, and his plan was to make her interested in men by giving her his love as well as letting her listen to his songs. And when she still wasn't interested, she blames the dad. Like, the dad is the one that's made his daughter not like him, and then says that he is older than her dad. Like, it's so fucking wild.
Okay, at that point, yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's.
I don't even have words. I am so disgusted by this guy. I mean, like, but it's true though. There's so many creepy guys out there these days, and it's like, so some of them just don't understand anything. Like, I don't know.
It is. It's just wild, and we get to see this individual, like his some of his thought process through this, and he doesn't. Here's the thing: nothing's his fault. It's everything around him.
Nothing is his fault. Nothing is his. Wow. Oh, and the justification. Oh my god. I don't even know where to begin with this guy. Like. Like,
I think it's better
not to. That's what I want to do. I want to throw up. I'm like, this guy, the fact that he exists in this mankind. But of course, there are guys like him all over this world, and I like, oh my god, I feel sorry for a lot of women.
Really exactly. Like I said, when we first started this conversation and the discussion, I said this is a reminder to myself of how bad women have it. Like, they have it way worse than men, and it's people like this. All right, let's jump into a more crazier story. So we have a statement, but we're gonna be reading the article first. I'll read this one. So a former teacher who filmed OnlyFans content in her classroom says her salary did not pay enough.
Heard that.
So we've talked multiple times of individuals using OnlyFans during the pandemic to subsidize their pay, or make ends meet. Basically, we've talked about this multiple times. So apparently, so here we go. A former Arizona teacher. Look, Arizona. I was just there.
I know, right?
A former
Arizona
Arizona teacher says that she began filming explicit content and posting it to the paid subscription service OnlyFans because her family was struggling financially and she needed to make additional money just to get by. Teachers don't make that much money for the work they do. It's very disappointing. We've said this multiple times. Samantha Peer resigned from the Lake Havasu United Horsu? Whatever. School district. Havasu.
Yeah, there you go.
After videos of her OnlyFans accounts were discovered with her community. Wow, that's always tough to think when within your community gets leaked. So Pierre was working as an 8th grade science teacher at Thunderbolt Middle School in Lake Havasu. Happy when she made and shared the video. When she made and shared the video. Wait, what? When she made and shared videos. Okay, including the one she filmed in her classroom. Her husband, Dylan Peer, who worked as a 4th grade teacher at the elementary school in the same district, also appeared on the OnlyFans page. So it was a husband and wife duo. And both teachers, honestly, that is rough. 2 teacher incomes. Oh, like how? Before we get into it any deeper, how tough does it have to be for teachers when two couples or 2 husband and wife, both fully employed teachers, have to turn to OnlyFans to make ends meet?
It's sad. It really is sad. It's like, it sucks because we said this. They don't get paid enough. And to make ends meet, they have to do other side gigs, side jobs. I mean, I was talking to one of the technicians and work during the summer as a technician to make ends meet. They're not working, and then when they're working part-time after school hours to make ends meet. A technician don't get paid much in the retail side, so I feel sorry for her.
Okay, I think the rest of this article is talking about her statement, so let's watch the statement. All right. I can't, because she got out. She left. She was done. So let's see what she has to say, or to kind of basically quote defend herself, right? All right.
Hello, my name is Samantha Peer, or some of you might know me by my alias, Chloe Carter. I was an employee at Thunderbolt for 5 years, and within this time, although my experience and evaluation showed that I had become a master science specialist and teacher, my salary did not increase. In this time period, I had to continue picking up extra stipends in order to make ends meet, such as co-advisor to yearbook club, STEM club advisor. I was mentoring a group of 4 uncertified new teachers and was going to coach softball in the spring.
What? So she was
working like almost 4 jobs part-time.
That's so crazy. I feel so bad. Like, oh my god.
I know, right? I know. It's crazy.
This is good. You know this is good because this is what we're getting to hear an actual thing from her mouth, basically what she's had to go through, basically. So I'm kind of glad she put out the statement. Okay, let's continue.
It got to a point where our family was not able to survive on our 2 teacher incomes.
Oh, her family!
That's the most important thing to me, and I'm already spending countless hours outside of my contract time on extra school activities, and I don't think it's fair that I have to sacrifice my own children's time because our professional salary did not pay enough.
That
Arizona
is-
is currently ranked 50th state as lowest paid teacher salary.
Holy shit. That is disappointing.
Yes, it is really disappointing.
You would think, I think we said it multiple times, you would think the people who are educating the next generation would get paid a livable plus wage, you know. But to see two teachers have to turn to all that, sacrificing time from their own kids.
I don't know how many kids she has, but yeah, I understand where that comes from. I mean, I've done it myself where, you know, I got my hours cut. Well, guess what? I went and work a side job. I mean, I have a technician who does that as a side job. She works for Uber Eats. I mean, we all have to make ends meet just to make it work. I mean, but she chooses to work part-time and work the other part-time as Uber Eats. So that's her decision. But I mean, seriously, I mean, I've done it myself where I worked for Lyft for a bit before, you know, because my hours were cut. I was like, well, that's the only way I can make ends meet and make, you know, somewhat of a substantial living, because that's how retail works, right?
All right, let's continue then.
I created content at the beginning of the summer in order to earn extra money on the side to help pay for our basic necessities that our salaries were no longer meeting. I chose an anonymous name as well as blocking the entire state of Arizona on my OnlyFans so that it wasn't accessible to anyone living in the state.
So she took precautions. I didn't like that. Okay, I didn't know those were features, but like, so she took the precautions. She blocked it for any Arizonians, I think.
I don't know how to go.
To be able to access it. That's kind of cool. That's an interesting feature. And it, you know, you go by an alias, and so
she took the precautions. She took her
on October 24th that a community member had expressed concerns to the police. Regarding video content. At this time, I was placed on paid administrative leave and probation pending investigation. 2 days later, I had asked that an individual that was assigned to my case be removed because they had created a hostile work environment between me and other coworkers for several years during my employment.
Oh shit.
I did not feel safe with them knowing this information, and I felt that they would spread it in retaliation for their own personal vendetta.
That's scary. That is scary. Once again, just some people using material you're doing to basically survive in this economy, and then someone then having someone who you work with who you already have a negative, what's the word I want to say? Oh shoot. Like negative relationship basically, and you're fearing that like handling this case, like it's just bad on pop bad. All right, let's see if
on October 31st, I decided to resign from Lake Havasu Unified School District under pressure. However, I was not fired.
Okay.
The superintendent assured me that only her, the individual that was removed from my case, and my own family were aware of the situation and content, and told me that if I had resigned before the board meeting on Monday, October 31st, the school would not publicize what was going on.
Oh.
On November 2nd, my husband was put on paid administrative leave because faculty reported pictures of myself that were being spread amongst other teachers.
Damn. They went after the husband.
November 4th, my husband was terminated from the elementary school because he is classified as a long-term sub and he has an at-will contract. The superintendent stated he can be let go for no reason at all.
So they couldn't go after her, so they went after the husband.
Shitty.
Damn. Because at that point, she quit, and she's like, okay, everything's... No one would know what happened. Only the individuals, those two other individuals would just be, right? So you couldn't get after her, so after the husband. And he sounds like he didn't have.
They would have an NDA. I swear they would have an NDA. So they violated that NDA. What was that?
I don't know. Understand how she mentions like something about him being a sub and stuff like that. I don't know if it works like that. There's probably more to it. We just don't know.
But I believe those teachers who found out should have signed an NDA because they couldn't discuss it much further or disclose any more information. And doing so, I feel like that is a violation of her rights.
Okay, let's continue.
It wasn't until Sunday, November 6th, when I had not been a teacher for the school district for 6 days, that my social media used for advertising became viral. November 6th was the first day that previous students and community members began following my alias account.
Students
were notified of the site and they began to spread it amongst themselves. Those teachers also were telling students my anonymous name and showing them my page.
Teachers are like, how? What is this work environment?
It's a very toxic one. I don't want to be even near that school. That sounds like the school I don't want to even be involved in.
My God,
that's terrible. That is terrible.
Like, not only is it a situation, but the school system, or this specific school, what Thunderbolt? My God, like, what is wrong with the what's wrong with them?
The fact that they should have signed an NDA. I think she should have gone after them. At this point, she has a right to go ahead and turn around and sue because she did what was right legally.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done. I quit. And oh my God,
She needs to sue that district. That's
imagine if one of your kids teachers did this to your daughter. Like, oh yeah, you should follow this account, and like, this is what your teacher X was doing.
Yeah. Terrible.
This was also sent to the parents, and they decided to do the same thing as well. They were sharing my anonymous name and content page with their children and allowing them to comment.
That is bullshit. That's gross on so many levels. The kids writing bad comments on there by their parents. Like, that is so fucked up. So fucked up.
My accounts, although they are specifically labeled as not safe for work, 18 plus only. Students were never aware of my social medias, nor did they follow me until after I had resigned from the district on October 31st and went locally viral on November 6th. It wasn't until November 9th that these links were available on my personal social medias due to state news coverage. Parents are still allowing their students to follow, contact, harass, and intimidate me. These parents are posting my personal address online and threatening to show my underage children revenge porn. Community members are now going to public places, such as my gym, and threatening to cancel their membership because their children also go there. The gym owner chose to terminate my membership, although I had been a member for 4 years, because other juvenile members were harassing me by taking my picture and videotaping me while I was trying to work out.
Now it's affecting her personal life. On top of that.
Honestly, she should turn around and sue the school district. What's that?
Exactly. You know, this is
point because she did what was right and she did what that should have ended it. That should have cut clean and gone by. Bye. Nope. Bullshit. She should sue the school district. That's my only personal thing. I think at this point she has no life because people have been harassing her. That's how great of human beings these are. These parents are showing these pages off to their children to harass her and all that. And her, like, oh my God, like, really?
All right, her statement's
so do not need to have kids.
The statement's almost over.
The video that was created and advertised was made after contract hours on the weekend. No minors were ever present or involved in the videos. I am already paying the consequence by losing my teaching certificate as well as losing the job that I loved most. I thoroughly enjoyed working with my coworkers, teaching my students science, and it brought joy to me every day.
Right now.
Looking back at the situation, I wholly regret creating the video in the classroom after school hours. But I felt trapped in my financial situation, and I felt this was the only way that my family would be able to survive.
That is when you're trapped. This is the last resort. I don't think we need to watch this video anymore because I think we got it. Give me a second.
I feel like she needs to sue the district and call it good. That's just the end of it. You know?
It is, like she was put in such a bind, right? That she was put in such a financial bind that the only other way to basically make ends meet was to make content. From what it sounds like, and from kind of reading the article a little bit, it sounds like one of the videos was made in the classroom. I think that was a poor choice, you know. If things might have been avoided a little longer, if possible, you know. But it might have been, you know, this one individual, whoever the culprit who informed the police, right? They probably were kind of like hate watching, and then when he saw that specific video, it said, "I got her. She's doing, you know, she's doing it basically in the classroom evidence," and then just use this against her will. So yeah, it's so disappointing that this happened. Like, it's not disappointing that what she did, it's what got her to do it, you know. Like for the most part, like if you do OnlyFans and that's your thing, you know, we don't care. We don't care. It's what gets someone to do it. If it's not for your own enjoyment, if it's not for like some thrill of the content, and you're just doing it to make ends meet, basically, or you feel trapped, that is when it's like very disappointing. Like, I would never want to be in a situation where I would have to be forced to do X, Y, or Z to do it, to
make it ends meet.
Yeah, like, and then because of someone else, you know, not because of my own volition, because of someone else forcing me into it, you know, more so. So, is there anything else you want?
Somebody. I just felt bad because, you know, honestly, you know, she was trying to make ends meet. I get it from a single mom. I totally understand that, and it's really karma for the person who ousted her. She just left it alone. Was that the fact that they're blowing it up and destroying her life? That's human decency, not equatable to them. I think they deserve the same thing in decency. Hope bad luck on them, karma. I'm just saying it. I'm not at that point. She had to survive. Yes, she shouldn't have done it in the bed, in the classroom, but sometimes you have to have a little fun, and you have to create things. She could have probably created that situation at her home in a basement or something.
She, from what sounds like it, she was making content other places. It's just this one video. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're not gonna. It was for sure. It was a bad mistake. We won't lie. That was a poor choice.
That was a poor choice. It's a poor decision, but you know.
But yeah,
can't always, you know, always have our wits about us when we're struggling to make bills paid. So,
I wish the best for their family, because both parents lost their jobs, and now, it's just disappointing. Once again, it's just another moment where people are pushed to the edge, and then other people just make it harder for everyone else, you know.
Exactly.
All right, guys, that's where we're gonna leave it today. Be a decent person. Share your OnlyFans pages with us, because we'll support you. We won't share it with others. We won't blackmail you. No revenge porn here. We only support here. So, anyone, thank you again for listening. Don't forget to purchase some of our merch, because that's how you can support us. You get something for yourself, and you're supporting us. Very comfortable wear. If you want to hang out with us, join our Discord. Every link is down below. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. If you're listening to this on anywhere you can hear podcasts, thanks again. So, until next time, see ya.
E